we have to find the divisor. So the given is x raised to 4 minus 5x cubed minus 5x squared plus 23x plus 10. Our possible zeros is positive, negative 1, 2, 5, and 10, since these are the multiples of 10. So, in looking for positive and negative, we have to substitute positive x and negative x. So, if we use positive x, we still have the same equation, because if you multiply negative, it will still become as the same. So, in looking for the positive and negatives, we have to look for how many shifts of changes in the equation it had. So, positive to negative is one change, and negative to positive is another change. So, we have two shifts. So, that is equal to 2 and 0 shifts. Now, if we substitute negative x to the equation, we would have a different meaning. This is the technique in looking for negative x's. So, if we substitute negative x and it is raised to an even number, that is still the same. But if we raise negative x to an odd number, it will become a negative number. And when we multiply it to the given equation, or positive or negative, we have to see if it will become positive or negative. So, for example, in fx cubed, if x is a negative number, so negative 5x raised to 3 would become 125, negative 125. Then we multiply it to negative, that would become positive. So this is positive and this is negative. So we have one shift and we have another shift. So that becomes 2 and 0 shifts. After looking for the positive and negative shifts, we solve for the synthetic division. Again, we have to guess what numbers we should multiply in order to cancel out the coefficients in the last term. So, we bring down 1 and we try to multiply to negative 2. So, negative 2 is here, then negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 7. Negative 7 times negative 2 is 14. Negative 5 plus 14 is 9. And 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. 23 plus 8, negative 18 is 5. Now, we still don't have a trinomial, so we still have to go through synthetic division. Again, we have to guess the number we have to multiply to 1 in order to cancel out 5. So, we try 5. So, 1 times 5 is 5. Plus negative 7 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Plus 9 is negative 1. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. So, we cancel 5 and negative 5. That is 0. As you see, we already have a trinomial. So, that is already okay to factor out. But since we cannot factor out x squared minus 2x minus 1, we have to use quadratic formula. So, the quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus negative b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, since we have to substitute this, we get this formula. So, negative times negative 2 plus negative 2 squared minus 4 times 1 and times 1. Then 2 times 1. We get 2 plus negative square root of 8 over 2. Since we can still simplify square root of 8, it will become 2 square root of 2. Now, as you see, we can equate this into 2 times 1 plus square root of 2. So, we cancel 2 and 2. Now, we have 1 plus square root of 2. Then, we have to equate this to x minus 1 minus square root of 2 and x minus 1 plus square root of 2. Never forget the positive negative sign, because we cannot guess if it is a positive or negative since it is raised